Welcome to 99 Problems with English in 1. This tutorial is about the past tenses, including the past simple and past continuous. In this lesson, Jens and I are going to discuss how to form and when to use these two tenses.
So first off, we're going to talk about the past simple. There are three different cases in which you can use them. The first one is when it's used when an action happens after another action. For example, she came home, walked to the kitchen and ate a cookie. The second usability is used when talking about a new action in the past. This also requires the past continuous, which we are going to learn about in a minute. Now, for example, the doorbell rang when I was sitting on the couch. The third option is when it's used when something is just mentioned. For example, Jake coughed yesterday.
So now we know when to use the past simple, but how do we form the past simple? It's actually very easy. You just take the bare infinitive, so the infinitive minus 2, and then you add ed to it. So for example, if you use the verb to play, the bare infinitive of to play is play, and then you add ed, so you get played. I played, you played, he, she, it played, we played, you played, and they played.
Now, forming a negative sentence with the past simple. I did not play with the ball in this example. As you can see, there's no ed after play. This is because did replaces the past part of the ed in this sentence. For example, I did not play with the ball, you did not play with the ball, and he did not play with the ball.
So how do you form a question sentence with the past simple? You also need the verb to do, but in the past simple tense, which is did. And then you just need the bare infinitive, in this case play. And then you get did I play with a ball, did you play with a ball. And just like the construction of a negative sentence, the did replaces the ed and ending of a regular verb in the question sentence.
Now, there are exceptions to this rule. If you're going to take the present form and form it to the past, there are some irregular verbs. Now, there are a lot of irregular verbs and there are no rules to them, so you can't just add ed to the bare infinitive, so you'll have to memorize them. Now, these are a few. For example, be is going to be was and were, become is going to become became. All of these you can check on the link I included in the PowerPoint.
So the next tense is the past continuous. You can use the past continuous in three cases. The first one is it's used when actions happen at the same time. For example, Simon was playing on the computer while his dad was watching football. Simon was playing and at the same time his dad was watching. You can also use it when an action is already in progress, and this also requires past simple. For example, while I was sitting on the couch, my dad suddenly walked in. You use the past continuous in was sitting because this action was already in progress. But there's also a new action, my dad suddenly walked in, and then you use the past simple. The third reason to use the past continuous is used when emphasizing progress. For example, yesterday at 3 o'clock, Susan was counting butterflies.
Now, how to form the past continuous. For example, to play, you have to add the verb was. For example, I was playing, and you take the bare infinitive and add ing. So you get I was playing, you were playing, he, she, it was playing, we were playing, you were playing, and they were playing. As you can see, the verb was needs to be reconstructed to which subject you're using.
Forming a negative sentence with the past continuous, you also need the past simple form of the verb to be, which is was or were, but you add not to it in contracting it into wasn't or weren't. And then we take the bare infinitive of the verb and add ing. For example, I was not playing with a ball, you were not playing with a ball.
Forming a question sentence with the past continuous. Again, you have to use the verb of to be, but now you're going to put it in the beginning of the sentence, then you're going to do the subject, and then you're going to use the past simple. For example, was I playing with a ball? Were you playing with a ball? Was he playing with the ball, and so on. That's it.
So if you want to know if you have understood everything, you can make the following exercises. It's easiest to pause the video and make the exercises at home, and if you're ready, you can start the video again, because in the next slide we are going to discuss the solutions. So the first one, he drank some juice and then he ate a few chips. Both tenses are in past simple since they are actions that happened one after another. First, he drank some juice and after that he ate a few chips.
Now, when it was starting to rain, our dog wanted to come inside. The first is was starting, past continuous, because it's already in progress. Then you use wanted, the past simple, for a new action in the sentence.
Colin played football yesterday. In this case, you use the past simple because you're just mentioning something.
While Tom was playing the piano, his mother did the washing up. The first one is was playing, past continuous, because it's already in progress, just like the second one. Then did, which is past simple, and it's a new action.
My mobile rang when I was sitting in a meeting. In the first part of the sentence, you use the past simple because it's a new action, so rang. And in the second part of the sentence, you use the past continuous because it is an action that was already in progress.
When Jane was doing a language course in Ireland, she visited Blarney Castle. The first thing is was doing, past continuous because it's again already in progress. Then visited, past simple because it's again a new action. Thank you for listening to our PowerPoint. I hope you learned something.